Now, I don't think I'm alone in saying that, you know, we're all getting a little sequel, reboot, remake fatigue, right? But when you're doing Zoey 101, like, that means you've gone too far. Was anyone really clamoring for this? Is Zoey 101 nostalgia that strong? Like, I don't even think the iCarly reboot was something anyone asked for. But the millennial nostalgia train of money keeps chugging along. What started out on YouTube with people, you know, like me being like, hey guys, remember this show? Has turned into every Hollywood executive just being like, oh yes, perfect. We never need to think of any new ideas ever again. Anyway, so just recently, the Zoey 101 sequel movie called Zoey 102 came out to rave reviews. So hey, what do you say we take a walk and check it out?
What are you doing?
I'm asking for your hand.
We've been on 2 dates.
2 perfect dates that I would like to turn into forever. So will you make me the happy...
No, definitely not. Absolutely not. You know, this is weird, right?
I'm 30 and a half, and I live with my mom.
Okay. Like, I get that we're supposed to see this guy as some kind of like loser or whatever, but like that's just a smart financial decision these days. Like you're either living with your parents or you have like 8 roommates. Anyway, so this is the titular character, Zoey Brooks. Now, Zoey is a producer on a dating reality show, and she's been there for a while, so she's expecting this big promotion to come through because the show she's working on is like one of the biggest shows on the whole network.
You're watching Love Fully Charged. This season, we've taken a stupid old Pontiac Solstice coupe and we've converted it into the electric vehicle of your dreams.
I currently drive a 2009 Ford Fiesta, so you know I'm going for that Pontiac.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can we just stop for a second and talk about how this girl is one of the most gorgeous people Kelsey and I have ever seen in our lives? How is she not mega famous right now? Bianca Coretti, 1,000 Instagram followers? You kidding me? Anyway, so like I said, Zoey is anticipating a huge promotion because she's helped the show get as big as it is. And here we meet the main dude who's in charge of the whole show and everything, and his weird goatee.
Has everybody seen what they're doing over at Dog Cops? Freaky, new. And that's what I want from you for our show. I want freaky, new ideas.
Like, okay, maybe you and I have different definitions of that word, but I certainly hope a show called Dog Cops would not be called freaky by anyone.
What if Jordan B proposed?
What if Jordan B proposed? What if Jordan B proposed? A proposal on the second date? That is some freaky shiznit.
Did he just say shiznit? Anyway, so you can probably already tell where this is going, but the main director guy, who is definitely not based on Dan Schneider, creates a special team for the live finale of the show, which is the promotion that Zoey's been waiting for this whole time. And would you believe she's not on it?
Isn't it crazy that I started as your intern and now I'm a little above you? Like, it's crazy.
What's crazy is that Kelly lets you take home the show car, but I can't even get him to look at me. I just think about all the things I dreamed about in high school.
It's really gross how often you talk about high school.
Okay, wow, let's just back up the sass a little bit there, okay? Like, it's not actually that weird if you think about it. It's a thing all the cool people do, okay? I don't know, just do your stupid Rubik's Cube or whatever, get out of here. But yeah, so this is what kicks off the whole movie, where Zoey's not getting the promotion that she totally deserves. And this is just like one of a million reasons why she feels like her life is going nowhere. Like, she thought she was following her dreams by working in TV, but now all she has to show for it is this really cute loft house apartment thing that looks like an anthropology store. I mean, that's how you know you've hit rock bottom. As someone who has been incredibly poor in my life, like, I always love when TV shows and movies have like poor apartments, you know, with loft beds and exposed brick and 4,000 square feet. Like, not actual real cheap apartments have like a toilet in the middle of the kitchen, and like the one window that actually opens just goes right up to the dumpster behind a 7-Eleven. Anyway, so as if living in this dump wasn't bad enough, she gets a call from her old friend Quinn.
Hey. Hi. Did you get it? The promotion? No.
But no, the package. I meant the package.
Oh, the new TechMate? These aren't even out yet! Wow, the unbreakable see-through phone.
Yeah, I gotta be honest here, that's like the dumbest looking phone I've ever seen.
Oh my God. Did I tell you that I got proposed to the other night on a second date? I mean, it's like the second we turn 30, everybody just becomes obsessed with...
I see hot patches on your lower back. Sometimes you have to double up because you rolled over in your sleep too fast. Now, we come to find out that Quinn and Logan have been dating since the original show, and now they're getting married, which Zoey is just thrilled about, you know what I mean? Also, can I just say that Quinn she sure got, she's a little bit kind of successful.
Will you be my maid? Wait, what is... No. Shut up. Quinn and Logan are getting married! Sorry.
He met me here in London and surprised me with a trip to the Netherlands.
So Zoey's gonna be Quinn's maid of honor, and Logan's best man is Chase, aka Zoey's ex-boyfriend, who has not spoken to her at all since senior year of high school. But hey, it's fine, whatever, like she's totally over it now. She definitely doesn't think about him or anything, and she has not been one-sided texting him for the past few years, so yeah, no worries, everything's gonna be great. Now, because all this talk with Quinn and everything is bringing back a bunch of memories for Zoey, she decides to check in with all of her old high school buddies. Now, as you might imagine, with this movie being based on a Nickelodeon show, every kid from her class has gone on to become super mega rich, successful artists and producers, and Stacy and Mark have their own smash hit true crime podcast.
Of course, I had questions. Who snuck into Sunday school? Who stole the Subaru? And who stabbed Sarabella Sampson? I'm Stacy Dilson, and this is My Favorite Slaughters.
So, like, obviously this is supposed to be a parody of My Favorite Murder, right? But, like, that is not at all what that podcast is like. It's really more like, okay, so I'll start this week. This one is real fresh. Fresh, love it. I'm calling this one the Bayside Babe Murder because giving them cute little names totally isn't weird. Love it, love cute names, love murder, love the beach, right? Oh my God, I was literally just thinking that. Like, if you're gonna get murdered at the beach, right? Girl, get some. Okay, so the story's about a 14-year-old girl out of Oregon. Oh my God, already so in love with this, like literally on my 4th glass of wine right now. Anyway, so seeing all her old friends being rich and successful and getting married and all that stuff really just makes Zoey totally happy for their personal and financial success. You know, she's definitely not bitter about it whatsoever. Minus Victoria Justice, of course, because she is nowhere to be found in this movie. You know, all these like reboot, sequel, whatevers, like they really love to just tap into this idea of like millennial depression. Hey, you ever think about how everyone else's life is going great and perfect, but like none of your dreams have ever come true in the last 10 years? How wacky.
Zoey, isn't she the maid of honor? Why wouldn't she?
Because she never shows up. And it's not like we don't invite her. I think she's still stuck on her ex, Chase.
The best man?
Mm-hmm. From high school. It's sad. All I know is they were supposed to spend the summer after senior year together. But something must have happened because they broke up, and I don't think she's had a relationship since.
So to prove to everyone that her life is not in shambles and she's actually totally happy, okay guys? She borrows the self-driving car we saw earlier and goes through the submission tapes for her reality show and picks out some hot dude to pretend to be like her super hot, successful boyfriend who like you've never heard of because, you know, he goes to a different school in Australia.
You know, my interpretation is that he's being used as a tool to make your ex-boyfriend jealous. Is that right?
I just want to show him and everyone that I am a very successful, well-rounded adult who's moved on and is doing better than him.
Copy.
Now, here's where the wacky shenanigans come in, okay? So earlier in the movie, Zoey did not get into the dream team for the live finale show, right? But like the main actor in the show, this guy here, he only wants to work with Zoey and no one else for some reason.
The network loved Greg's idea of the proposal, and then Jordan B goes down on one knee and is like, I need Zoey. Where's Zoey?
He's gonna go to the finals. And when he does, I need you to be his mommy.
So, short story even shorter, the head director guy has to put Zoey on the team. But guess what, everybody? The season finale of the show is the same day, same time as Quinn's wedding? And of course, Zoey is the maid of honor, so she can't just bail on that. And Chase is gonna be there, so she has to go and see him, right? So she decides to do both at the same time. She'll do the wedding ceremony and all that garbage, and then she'll drive back to the TV set to be there for that. And everything's totally gonna work out, no problems whatsoever, you know what I'm saying?
Apologies for my appearance. I had to come straight from surgery.
Hugo, this is...
Quinn and Logan, the bride and the groom. And you must be Michael?
The officiant, Michael.
Pardon?
The officiant, you know, you said their titles, you know, bride and groom, but I'm Michael, the officiant.
Why does this scene feel like it's 3 times longer than it actually is? There's something about this movie where like there are so many scenes that feel like this. Like it's not really clear if it's like a joke or just like a regular scene, but it just keeps going and like you have no idea what's even happening.
Hey, AI gloves weren't programmed to deal with that kind of reverb. Did you hear the echo?
So the first day of all this is like some kind of pre-rehearsal dinner party thing.
What a disgusting display of wealth. God, I hate rich people.
Don't you live here?
The case I'm working on now is a real stumper. They call him the Malibu murderer. He's still at large.
So you're a detective?
Podcast host.
Okay, that was kind of funny. Also, like, big weddings like this, where you have to stay for 3 days and there's like 4 rehearsal dinners or whatever, like, this is literally my personal hell right here. You know, extroverts really have just completely ruined society. Anyway, now also at this dinner thing, Zoey finally runs into Chase.
He hit the face on the pole.
Actually, this is a callback to the first episode of Zoey 101. Hey, millennials, remember back when you were young enough to still be happy and excited about the future? Hey, remember that? Remember those days? Anyway, so the movie goes on like this for a while. Zoey wants to talk to Chase, but she also doesn't want to, and she wants him to be jealous of her success, but she also wants to get to know what he's been doing all these years. If only there was some kind of super convenient coincidence that could put them together alone for a while so they could talk about stuff, you know? Wouldn't that be something? Now, later on, Zoey, being the maid of honor, she has to go and get the wedding rings from the jeweler who was resizing them.
Door opening.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. Oh, Chase, is your nose bleeding? Oh, here, I have some tissues right here.
Door closing. No.
Wait, no.
Why? Estimated time 1 hour, 12 minutes.
Oh my goodness, is this what I think it is? Could this be a
super convenient coincidence?
But yeah, so finally Zoey and Chase get to talk about life and things and stuff.
I'm so sorry about Hawaii. And I completely understand why you didn't respond, but I'm so used to it not working out between us that I was scared of what would happen if it actually did. So I just bailed. I've tried to move on. I've tried to forget. But no matter what I did, it always came back to you.
Okay, but like, imagine holding on to this or thinking about this for like 10 plus years. Like imagine being in your 30s and still caring about things that happened in high school and then randomly like remembering them at 1:30 in the morning, you know? Couldn't be me. So together they go to the jeweler and get the rings.
These are really nice. Even I would like for you to buy me some of these. You know, if you want somebody on the side, I am that person.
What? But you see, the jewelers think that Zoey and Chase are Quinn and Logan, and for whatever reason, they can't get the rings until they kiss. And doing so kind of like reignites some spark or something between them, and they realize that they've just been harboring all these feelings for each other all these years, and they've never really gotten over each other. Which, like, okay, I get the whole point of that this movie's about, like, getting all the old characters back together again, but, like, if you're, like, 32 and you still aren't over your high school ex, then, like, what are you even doing?
I did a lot of bad. I know, that sounds so ridiculous.
Anyway, so the end of the movie is the wedding itself. But Zoey's car ends up running out of batteries on the way back, so she has to use like an earpiece to tell the guy from her show what to say during the finale, while also being the maid of honor. And listen, guys, you are not gonna believe this, okay? But everything goes wrong? What? You don't say.
Jordan B., what do you love most about Jordan J?
What's going on? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I'm working during your wedding. This is so important, and you were so excited. So I lied.
What about him?
I hired him to be my boyfriend for the weekend.
Well, geez, Zoey, when you put it like that, your whole plan sounds kind of crazy. And so, thanks to Zoey's genius master plan, the wedding is completely ruined, and also at the same time, the live finale of her reality show is just a total disaster. In the end, Zoey and Chase have an idea to go back to their old high school, which we find out earlier in the movie was shut down for tax fraud, and have the wedding there with just their close friends and family. And Quinn gets married in her old high school t-shirt because that was the happiest time of their lives. Like, imagine being someone who had a happy high school experience. like who do you think you are?
It's really gross how often you talk about high school.
Kelly, I know what you're going to say, and my stuff will be out of the office on Monday.
I'm promoting you. It was the highest rated Love Fully Charged finale ever.
You're right. I do have a lot to offer. I quit.
I'll double your salary.
And give me the corner office?
Yeah, sure.
And so, what do you know? Everything works out perfectly in the end, just like in real life. And that's pretty much Zoey 102. So, Zoey 101 ended with Zoey and Chase graduating from high school, and they were supposed to go off to Hawaii together, which, as we learned earlier in this movie, didn't really work out so well. But, like, they made this whole movie about putting the main characters exactly back where they were at the end of the original show. Like, at the end of Zoey 101, they were finally together, and then the movie comes along, and it's like, actually, they really weren't together, but now they are. Like, instead of exploring them as characters who are now adults and have lived lives and stuff. Like, they just retconned the ending of the series so they could accomplish the same exact thing in a movie. From like a character development point of view, like, this is the biggest waste of time. The iCarly reboot was also kind of like this until the most recent season when they finally gave the characters some depth and like they talk about their parents and their whole like family dynamic and stuff. But Zoey 102 is just the most unnecessary sequel. I mean, all of these are, to be fair, but like especially this one. Like, why did they even make this? Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. Also, if you have any movies or TV shows you'd like to recommend, send me an email at alexmeyerscontact@gmail.com and I'll put them on my absurdly long list of movies that I need to get to at some point. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.